Hello guys and welcome to Play With Me. This is for the week of Chris's freaking 30th birthday. So Monday the 20th of March through the 26th of March. And yeah, we are just going to dive right into this. For Chris's birthday, me, Chris, Andrea, and Nick went to the rodeo. So I am using the September 2022 mystery kit from SBC, and I do have a code with SBC. You can use Hannah10 to save, but it is this like Western theme. I thought that worked for the rodeo. And when I was just fanning this out to do the thumbnail, I realized that there was doodles in this kit. I'm not going to be bringing in that color. And I forgot that doodles are in these mystery kits, and I did not pull a single one. Definitely using that because it was Chris's birthday week. Yeah, I didn't use a single one of these. I'm not going to use any of this stuff either, so I'm just going to cut this off, throw this in the D-stash, and then put that in my to be put away bin, and then we have the extra boxes. Okay, we have so many scene options. This is craziness. Okay, alright. Okay, I don't really, I'm gonna use the tall box girl, I think. Yeah, because I didn't pull anything for my sidebar. This is me planner. It is a print impression SPC edit in the hot pink. I do think this is still available on the SPC website. Okay. So let's assess the full box situation. So I don't really want to use these people. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe I might not use this one either. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then I might just use this cactus part of this, 9, and then 10. Okay, I think we'll be good to not use the people. Because I know that like the people were loosely based off of some show that I've never seen. So let's zoom in a wee bit more. We're a little too zoomed out. There we go. How is everybody today? I'm doing all right. I've been kind of like unwell mentally for the last couple of weeks, but I do feel like it's turning around. Oh, foil. I'm using the cowboy underlace from my shop in autumn tie-dye, and then the copper bundle that came. And then I'm bringing in gold as my like core. But let's get into it. So this Monday that we're planning for, my dad was still here. It was payday, normal stuff like that. And then my dad and I went out to breakfast, went to First Watch, and then he went with me grocery shopping. And then I came home and I worked on like just still putting my stickers away, and then Chris wanted to get Chinese food for dinner, so we did, and it was like very meh. And then this is the day I introduced my dad to the Hunger Games. It was my turn to pick a movie for us to watch, and my dad like literally became addicted. We watched all of the first one, and then he stayed up and watched the second one. So boy was up till like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning watching the second one. And according to my sister, he's like since watched the movies like more times since being home. Which like I think they're good. I don't know if they're that good to like already have watched them multiple times, but whatever. And then I went to bed and I read my book. I got back into reading this week. I was reading Who I Used to Be, I think was the name of it. But yeah, so we did that, and then Tuesday was my dad's last like full day here. Me, my dad, and Chris went to get breakfast, and then we just kind of were like bopping around, going shopping and doing a bunch of other things. And then we came home and I like laid down and had a cute little mental breakdown. This is where things were like just starting, you'll see this week, like mental health not at a peak, but I'm feeling better as of literally yesterday, so this is good news. I'm gonna use the date numbers just from the bundle. My dad's freaking well. So I had a mental breakdown, and then the 3 of us went to Pluckers for Din Din, which was like also just meh. Did not really like it. We came home, Chris and I played some games, and then we missed the second Hunger Games. I don't remember the name of the second one, but we watched Mockingjay Part 1 that evening, and then my dad stayed up and watched Part 2. So it's like I just watched every other movie of the Hunger Games this week, which is kind of funny. And so yeah, that was everything that happened Tuesday. Okay, where are the bougies? And we're gonna do a little layering moment. Gotta go all out for Chris's birthday, but I want the bougie on the bottom. So let me, oopsies, get this copper down, and then we'll put this over it. Very cute, very, very, where did the rest of it go? What the fuck just happened? LOL, unsure what happened there, but since I'm putting the other thing over it, it literally does not matter. And I have extras, so I literally could have just not used that one, but I don't think it's gonna be all that noticeable with this over it. And then, okay, I wanted you to see that little layering action. Layering bougie with underlays is just, oh, so good. Okay. So, Wednesday, I was making pasta salad I was having pasta salad with my dinner the next night, like after my dad left, but like, if you made pasta salad, you know, you gotta make that nonsense like the night before so it has time to like, the noodles have time to absorb the flavors, the Italian dressing. Okay, I'm just gonna do that so we don't rip her in half. And so I made the pasta salad, and then me and my dad went to Round Rock Donuts, got some donuts, and then we went to the Domain, we walked around. I was looking for something to wear for the rodeo. Each of them had nothing, and I was like, okay, like let's pop into Forever 21. And then we're like walking past the windows, I'm like, oh my god, they got so many cute things. Perfect, this will be great. And then I go to open the door, and their systems are being updated and they can only take cash. So that was really irritating, and I was like, oh my god, are you kidding me? So I ended up proceeding to not. I said that was the universe telling me, Hannah, you don't need some stupid outfit you're gonna wear one time. You can just wear something you already have and don't be wasteful. So I rolled with that. And then my dad and I went to Culinary Dropout before lunch. I just got the pretzels. My dad got the fried chicken, and it was delish. So we did that, and then we just kind of like went to a couple different places, went to a couple different bookstores, and just kind of like we're killing time because we were at the Domain closer to the airport than if we went all the way back to my house. So we just kind of drove around, hung out, and then I took him to the airport. I was feeling a little sad about it. And then from the airport, I went to Andrea's house because there was also like, I was gonna if I was to go over at my usual time, I would have literally went home for like 25 minutes and then just went to her house, and she was like, yeah, no, just come over. So I went over and I read about 6,842 books to Theo. And then we went out to dinner. We got to this place I can never remember the name of, but we both got a salad, and then she got like a full salad and fries, and I got a half salad and then some soup. And it was like the best chicken and dumpling soup ever. I like literally can't stop thinking about it. It was just so good. So we did that, and then we had like a little girly game night. It's like so funny. We like skipped our movie night like one time, and we're like, okay, yeah, we'll get back into it next week. We literally haven't had a movie night since. And like this week I was like, so are we like watching a movie or are we just doing games? And she's like, well, I'm already going to the movies. Like me and Nick are going to the movies on Wednesday. So like I'd prefer to just play games. But if you really want to watch a movie, we can do that. And I'm like, girl, I don't want to watch any of these movies. Like it's just like the meme that I've never seen any of these like movies that I should have at some point in my life, and so we're watching them. If you're giving me the opportunity to like not watch them, I'm going to take it. So even today we are not watching a movie. Thursday was the day that Chris's birthday sale started, which was very exciting, and then I was just like still mentally having a really hard time, so I took the day where I was like feeling just down in the dumps, and I literally played Hogwarts Legacy for, I don't know, 6 or 7 hours, to the point, because like I play it on my PC, that like my left arm hurt from having it extended to like whole W. So yeah, I had like a little gaming injury, sore arm situation, which was quite funny. But I did that literally like all day, and then I was just like so mentally drained. I was exhausted, and Chris and I did play some games together that night. I'm gonna put the birthday cake on Friday because this is when we actually did Chris's birthday cake, even though the birthday was on Saturday. But because we were going to the rodeo, we did his cake on Thursday, which was cute. We just got nothing but cakes. I felt like it made most sense because if we got like just a big cake, first off, it's 4 of us. Nobody was gonna want like the rest of the leftover cake. And then this way we could all just have a flavor that we really liked. Friday, I apparently got a McDonald's Diet Coke. I don't know what I was like out and about doing that made me go get one, but I did. I literally have not the slightest memory. And I came home and I filmed a bunch of things. One moment, please let me chink. Tinka, 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 tinka. Use this. So we got McDonald's Diet Coke, and then I filmed, and then I did some work like printing and organizing orders. And I wrote that I used the Chinese. Oh, so we went to Andrea's this night. I was like, why did I get Chinese takeout again? No, that was Chris's request for his birthday, was like Chinese food. He loves Chinese food, so we got Chinese. I got just like fried dumplings, and then they have like half orders of crab rangoons. I was like, yeah, I might get like a half order of crab rangoons. And Andrea was like, well, Nick might just split a whole one with you. So like we have a group chat, and I texted because we were texting the order so that we could get it ordered. And I was like, yeah, so I want either a half order of crab rangoons, or if you want, Nick was putting Lila to bed when we were texting this, so he wasn't in the room. And I was like, unless Nick, you want to share a full order? And he was like, full order it is. And he's like, I was literally just thinking that. So it worked out really good to do that. My freaking hair. We did that, and then we had a game night. Chris got to pick what we played. That's how we do it for birthdays. Well, we have our campaign that we've been going through this week currently that I'm living is the finale of this campaign, and I'm feeling like a little emotional about it. We've been doing it all year basically. So it's called My City, and it's so good, and it's only like $30 at Target. Literally go get it if you have like a group of at least 2 people to play with. It's just so good. So we did that, and then we played Lost Ruins of Arnak, I believe. And it was like the only game we played because it took forever, but it was really fun. We enjoyed. And then I was still feeling down in the dumps when we got home that day, you know, just being like very in the feels. Okay, what do I want to use? I think I'm gonna use the horsey poo. The rest of these boxes are not being used. But yeah, I was still feeling upset that night, so marked that. I felt down in the dupe. Yeah, and then Saturday was Chris's real life birthday, so it was kind of like we could do, I told him, we're gonna do whatever you want today, it's your birthday, which he loved. And so we slept in, first request, and then for lunch, Chris is so cute. So like I was like, okay, what do you want for lunch? Like if we're gonna, he said, I want to play like some board games with you. I'm like, okay, cool, that's fine, but like if you want to go get lunch, we should probably do it now so that you're still hungry for the rodeo later. He was like, you right, let's do it. So we did, and I said to him like, okay, what do you want? Whatever, it's your birthday. And he goes, well, I'm gonna pick something you can't say no to because it's my birthday. And I'm like, all right, that's fine. What are we doing? Boy has the world in his hands. He picks Burger King. Which is true. I do always say no to Burger King because, like, TMI, but, like, Burger King, like, makes me have to poop so bad. Like, I don't know what is wrong with Burger King, but, like, I eat a lot of fast food, so it's not even that it's, like, shitty fast food that's the problem. No. It's specifically Burger King that does it. So we got Burger King for lunch, which was like, you know, as good as Burger King's ever gonna be. Not very. And then we came home and we played one of the new games that Chris had gotten for his birthday, which we played Dungeons, Dice, and Danger, which I've played a bazillion times, but we got our own copy because Andrea gifted that to him as part of his birthday present, which was so very kind of her. And then we drove to Andrea's house, and then we all rode together to go to the rodeo. So we went to the rodeo and had lots of yummy food, took lots of cute pictures, which are on my like personal Instagram, which is just Hannah Zajas, Z-A-J-A-S. And it was a lot of fun. I ended up getting, me and Andrea like split a couple of different things, which is literally just like the epitome of us. So we got these, they were called Crazy Fries, and they had ranch, bacon, and cheese. They were, it's actually making my mouth water thinking about them. They were really good. And then we got some sweets afterwards. Andrea insisted she needed her own funnel cake, even though between all of us we ate like the equivalent of like less than one whole funnel cake. But you know, it'd be like that. Sometimes your eyes are bigger than your stomach, and she loves a funnel cake, so she got her own funnel cake. And then me and Nick split a funnel cake, and then we all split an order of what is it called? Deep fried Oreos. Chris got like a corn dog, and he got like some nasty looking sandwich and a beer. Nick got a Euro. It was a whole situation, and it was great. And then when we were going to leave, it was like awkward timing because their kids weren't like in bed yet. Well, they were like being put to bed. So if we got home while they were like still up, like it would have just been difficult to get them down. So we decided to like, you know, fuck around and just do a couple of random things. So we went to Dungeon's Lair, which is a board game store. Truly, we all would have preferred to go to Tanuki, but they have like the world's most bizarre hours and weren't open. And then we went to this really, really weird collectibles store called like Crossroads, I think. Trust me, I will not be returning. It was very bizarre. It had like old military uniforms and weapons, and I don't know. It was just odd. It was a very odd place to be. But we were there. Chris wanted to be there, so we went because it was his birthday. And it's something we did. It's something we did. And so we did that, and then we went back to their house and played the rest of the games Chris had picked to play for his birthday. Well, we did another My City, and then we played Taverns of Tiefenthal. And then we played a couple of rounds of 7 Wonders, which was lots of fun. I was very happy to just be able to celebrate Chris turning 30. Then Sunday, slept in again because I was a tired girl. Literally slept till 11, 2 days in a row. That's how you know. The 2 ways you know that I am mentally unwell is if I sleep in past 10 o'clock and if I have an abundance of unopened text messages, because I hate seeing the notifications in like the red bubble. And I've had like a minimum of like 10 unopened messages at all times. But then we started working on the sale orders, and then I had another mental breakdown. And then I had a headache from having the mental breakdown, which was just like it's like the extra annoying part of crying to me. But after that mental breakdown, like that's when I started like feeling better. I think maybe I'm not one who ever like feels better after crying, but like I think maybe I really just needed to cry it out because I was feeling like leaps and bounds better after that. And then I started the new season of Love is Blind. At the time I'm filming this, it is the 29th, so only the first 5 episodes are out. And let me tell you, Micah, she's a see you next Tuesday. Hate her. Irina, same thing. I don't understand full-ass grown adult women who like think being a mean girl is cute or like acceptable. And I know Micah has like since spoken out and like wrote an apology on her Instagram, turned her comments off because she's being like bullied online, which I also don't think is acceptable. Like, don't bully the bully. That's not going to make things better. But like her behavior, repulsive. But that's the base. I think it's quite cute. And now I'm going to zoom in and do the day by day. Okay, guys, we are here with the day by day. Ironically, when I laid this all down in my planner the first time, like in my everyday planner, it was also a kit with 2 scenes, which I feel like is not that common, so it's kind of odd. So first I'm going to mark on Monday is payday, and then I will be marking that my dad and I went to First Watch. Then we went grocery shopping, which was so funny. Before we went grocery shopping, I said to my dad, because my dad loves grocery shopping, it's like one of his favorite hobbies. He just like goes to the grocery store every day, especially now that he's retired, like for fun. I was like, wait till you see how little I buy at the grocery store. And then like, he was like, wow, you weren't kidding. He was like shocked by how little that I buy, because I literally just buy what I need for the most part. But okay, for payday, I'm gonna use the money symbol that came in the bundle, as well as the payday script. For First Watch, I have the bacon and eggs icon from SPC, as well as a custom First Watch script that's from my shop in font 6 unfoiled. For the grocery run, we've got the grocery heart from the bundle, as well as the grocery run script. And then for putting away my stickers, I have the stickers sticker. I just bought a couple of new pens, a set of 2, and I'm just gonna mark that I put my stickers away. And then we got the very meh Chinese for dinner, and we watched The Hunger Games. And then I read. Reading is cool. Reading. Okay, technically I did these backwards on my other planner, so we'll just fix it here. So for the meh Chinese, we're gonna use this, and then for reading, I'm gonna put in these books, both of those from SPC, and the read script is from the bundle. Okay. Meh. This is just a Sharpie S Gel, 0.7. I wish it was 0.5, but here we are. Beggars can't be choosers at the good old Walmart. Hunger Games, cool. Okay, so on is this day, we went to Monument for brekkie, and then did some gallivanting. And then I had my mental breakdown. We love to see it. Love to see it. Okay, so for Monument, I have the bacon and eggs from like the old food doodles from SPC. So there's that. And then for gallivanting, I've got the shopping bag from the foil bundle and a custom gallivanting script from my shop, Font Choice 6 unfoiled. For my mental breakdown, I brought in a bunch of orange stickers because I felt like they matched really good. So I have this You Are Enough heart from SPC, as well as a mental fucking breakdown script, which is in Font Choice 4, and that is available in shop. Then down here, I'm gonna mark that we got Pluckers for dinner. And then Chris and I played some games together. And why am I grabbing the literal exact same color? That's silly of me. Silly. And then we watched Mockingjay Part 1. Okay. So for Pluckers, I have the Shirley girl. I did it again. I'm doing things all backwards today. We have got the like chicken wing icon from my shop, and then for playing games with Chris, I've got the game icon from the mini game icons. I got the dice, and then a custom with Chris, that's Font Choice 6 in gold. Okay. And then up here, I'm going to mark that I made pasta salad, and then my dad and I got donuts. Ugh, if you have not had Round Rock donuts and you live in the Yeehaw, you should go because they flames. And then we went to the domain. And to culinary dropout. Figure out which color I have not used, and it's that one. Okay, great. So for pasta salad, I've got the cutting board from my mini icons. For getting donuts with my dad, I've got the donut icon from SPC, as well as a custom with dad from my shop in the November font of the month. Make sure you follow me on Instagram or in the Facebook group so you don't miss out on the fonts of the month. For the domain, I've got the car icon from the bundle and a custom The Domain script and font choice 5 unfoiled. And then for culinary, I've got one of the fork and knife icons from the bundle. Then I brought my dad to the airport, which was VSOD. And then Andrea and I got dinner and had a game night. Page flags, where are you? So, for bringing my dad to the airport, I do have the airplane icon from SPC, as well as a Sad Bitch script from my shop in font choice 1 in gold. For dinner with Andrea, I've got the other fork and knife from the bundle, as well as a custom with Andrea in font 6 unfoiled. And for game night, I've got Lottie with the playing cards from SPC with a custom game night script in the January font of the month unfoiled. And that's the first half. Moving on to the second, I'm just going to use this color simply because it's sitting out. So the sale started, I was a sad little girl. And I literally played Hogwarts Legacy all day to wallow in my sorrows, basically. So there's that. I did also get my period the day before, which is probably half of the issue that I was experiencing. So I'm going to use the star from the bundle to mark the sale. Then I've got this little munchkin from Once More with Love, as well as a Sad Bitch script again in font choice 1 in gold. For Hogwarts Legacy, I do have this Hermione from Once More with Love. That looks terrible, but we're moving on. So down here, I am going to mark that I was really tired. And then Chris and I had a game night together. Okay. So, for being tired, I have this sticker from Grin and Barrett, as well as a Tired as Fuck script from my shop in font choice 4. And then for game night, I've got the little die from SPC and the same game night script in the January font of the month unfoiled. Moving in to Friday, the first thing I will be marking is my McDonald's soda. And then I filmed a bunch of stuff and did a wee bit of work. Okay, so for the McDonald's soda, I've got the little like cup icon from the bundle, as well as McDonald's custom from my shop, font 6 in gold. For filming, we've got the camera from SPC, as well as the film script from my shop in font 6 in gold. And then for working, we've got the retro computer from SPC, as well as the work script in from the bundle. And then we got Chinese food for dinner. And had a game night. All these boxes I have to do on this side, and it's just like, ugh, I hate it. I hate having to turn it. And then we got home, and I was miserable, as this one is. Okay. So for the Chinese food, I have the little takeout box from SPC. For game night, we've got Lottie with her game board and the same game night script in the January font of the month. And then for being upset, I've got another face from Once More with Love, as well as an Upsetty Spaghetti script, which is in the shop, and this is font choice 2. On to Saturday. This was Chris's actual birthday. Use this color, and we slept in, got Burger King, and played games. Okay. So for Chris's actual birthday, we do have the present icon from the bundle, and I have this super old script that just says Chris. It's literally on white paper. I think the shop was called JoJo Quan Plans, but I'm not positive. And then we've got the face mask to mark sleeping in, and I have sleep in from my shop, font 5 in gold. And for Burger King, we've got the Burger King bag from SPC, as well as a custom Burger King script from my shop in font 4 in gold. And then for playing games with Chris, we've got the die icon from SPC, as well as a with Chris custom in font 6 in gold. And then for down here, we're gonna mark that we went to the rodeo. Here's that. And then we had all the foods. Delish. And a game night. Okay, so for the rodeo, I have the little Texas icon from SPC. For all the food, we've got the takeout bag from SPC, and then for game night, we've got the Uno card from SPC, as well as the game night script from my shop in font choice of the January font of the month. I do also have samplers with each of the fonts of the month that have like obviously a sampling of top selling, most popular scripts, so you can get that to still enjoy the fonts you may have missed. On to Sunday, first things first is we slept in. And worked, and I had a YouTube binge. I was catching up on all the videos I missed while my dad was here and I was not watching YouTube. There was a lot to catch up on, if I'm being honest with ya. So we'll do that. And for sleep in, I've got the bed from the mini icons sheet, as well as the same sleep in script in font choice 5 in gold. For working, we've got the printer from SPC, as well as the work script from the bundle. For YouTube binge, we've got the play button from the bundle, as well as a custom YT binge in the November font of the month in gold. And then down here, I'm gonna use this to mark that I was very upset, and then I had a pretty gnarly headache this day. It like sucked, if I'm being honest with you. It was not a great time. And then I watched Love is Blind. Love is Blind. Love is Blind. I hate two labels next to each other, but here we are. So I have this Once More with Love, Munchkin Being Sad, with an overwhelmed script from my shop in font choice 5 or 6 unfoiled. For the headache, I've got this face from the Coffee Monsters Co., as well as a headache script from my shop in font 1. And then for Love is Blind, I'm just using this heart from the bundle, as well as the TV Time script. And that's everything. I will zoom out, show you guys the finished spread, as well as what is going into the D-stash box. I'm working on filling up 2 separate boxes right now. I have one's completely filled and the other one I'm still working on. Once they're both done, I'll be doing a giveaway. But here's the finished spread. I do think it looks quite cute. Let me show you guys the side up close. I enjoy it. I think it's pretty. It's not like my theme or colors, but for it being the week we went to the rodeo, I think it makes sense. So it's going in the D-stash. 2 copper bougie, 2 of these underlays. We've got a full box and some headers. Got a lot of pattern boxes, a bunch of solid boxes, some checklists, weekend banner, a couple of flags, a bunch of half boxes. Quite a few little things still left over. This whole thing I didn't use any of that. Some headers and overlays, a bunch of icons and scripts, more headers, date numbers, deco, the fan full box, a bunch more full boxes, and the date covers. And that's it. If you guys liked this video, then give it a thumbs up. If you did not, then, well, give it a thumbs down. But either way, you're helping out my channel. Comment down below, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys!